Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So this is part 2 of the As Promised, and I might be able to do it, 4.8 update thingy. And what is it? Well, hopefully it's a fairly accurate representation of the difference in stats between Deathmeh, Icehor, Fartbutt, and Fartbutt+5. So let's kind of look at these numbers here real quick and show you what's kind of significant. So if you bought Icehor+5, you'll see that the difference between it and Deathmeh really wasn't much. As I said in a lot of cases before, it's like 30%. You know, you got basically 30%. If you had 1K stats, it was looking at like basically an overall 3% gain. Not a whole heck of a lot. And the price was pretty high. So it was really, really terrible value. How much it costs now? I'm not. Excuse me. How much it costs now? I'm not even going to estimate it because, well, it's just the worst point out of all of these four options that you could probably possibly do. But hey, to each his own. By all means, knock yourself out. So there's that. What I'm really surprised about is the cost of Fartbutt 0. So the cost of Fartbutt 0 is not actually bad. I mean, like 4K for, these stats, not too bad, I guess, all things considered. I mean, like, I would probably still go with Deathseeker+5 or stay with Deathseeker+5 unless I had, like, everything else maxed out. And then you started going into stupid territory where Fartbutt+5 is really not giving you a whole heck of a lot. I mean, like, you're getting, what is it, like 50% more troop attack, defense, and health? And then like 60%, other stat modifiers? Wasn't gems better? I think the last gems update gave us more. I'm pretty sure it did. So Fartbutt+5 versus, Icehor+5. I mean, we're talking about maximums here. They're not giving us as much as they did with gems. I mean, every month, it should be month after month, bigger gains. This is not as big, is it? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But then the most important piece to point out here is that the army damage, the infantry damage, all that other junk, it hasn't changed. The maximum that we had before is basically the maximum that we have now, and that's that. So for those stats, it's all the same. And resonance is gone. So you get all of those stats just by having a full set of Fartbutt, which I guess takes the pressure off or the interest in actually upgrading it. But if you have Icehor 5, Fartbutt 0 is basically nothing upgrade. I mean, it's basically absolutely nothing. So unless you're going to do Fartbutt+5, why bother? I mean, you're going to be spending, a couple $1,000s and getting like, what, 10%? Ugh. That's terrible value. Like, seriously, terrible value. So, yeah. So my best advice to you guys is if you're not SH40, if you're not like max level 70 dragon, if you're not max banners, if you're not, high statues, if you're not all these other things, if all of these other things haven't been done, including gems, those are almost certainly all better value. So Deathseeker+5 is still probably the best value in terms of, where to get stats, because there's only basically a couple of stats here that really matter. It's like troop attack, troop defense, and troop health, and then like your bowman attack and like maybe infantry stuff. Those stats. So if those stats are already high, then upgrading this doesn't make sense. And keep in mind, when Deathseeker+5 first came out, day one, $10,000. Icehor+5, day one, is like $4,000 to $10,000, depending on how you spent and Amazon coins and were you upgrading, etc., etc. Fartbutt, expensive. There is no discount on this. There's no tricky way to do it. Fartbutt+5 is crazy. The dependencies for it, I should go over that in my part 3. It's like 154 million steel. Yep. 480,000 essence. 480,000. Do the math on that. Okay? 480,000 essence. When you dismantle Icehor+5, each piece gives you only 12k essence. That means you get 72k essence by reclaiming your Icehor, but you need 480,000. The bonuses that you get in this cycle, and this I'll cover more in part 3, they add up to saving you about $1,500. So if you buy this during spending event, well, yeah, you're going to save about $1,500. If you get, Fartbutt+5, okay, you're going to get some extra gold. Right. Like what? 5% overall? If you had to add it, I mean, like in comparison. So, I mean, you spend $10,000 and you're going to get, what, like 300,000 gold or something like that? So, yeah. I mean, every little bit counts. It's nice to get, these bonuses. It's nice to save 1,500. But at the same time, it's terrible value. Because, and guess what? 6 months, they're going to come out with Fartbutt Epic and Fartbutt Rare. It's already in the config files. People have already seen it. They've already looked at it. The artwork isn't available. And guess what? It's only marginally better. But, again, these chickens and cowards aren't actually going to do the interesting thing by messing with the damage modifiers, because that could be really game-changing. Instead, they're just giving us basically 3 stats: troop attack, troop defense, troop health. And that's it. And those aren't really that interesting. So, I mean, the entire game is based on, 3 different stats: attack, health, and defense. And that's it. Kind of boring. So part 3 is really going to rip them apart, because the teaser of that is really simple. The game isn't adding any value. It's different artwork and it's bumping 3 stats, and that's it. That's the end of it. Every month it's $10,000. And that's that. And this goes for Guns of Glory and King of Avalon. So if you play Guns of Glory, or if you have friends that play Guns of Glory, well, this is the truth. So, yep, sorry, but, this is the best I got for you guys today. Part 3, I'll go into more details of 4.8, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, okay, love you guys, and bye-bye for now.